Hey guys, it's Bob coming at you again here from southeast Tennessee. Really cold day here, but crisp and clear. And until I pushed go live on this smartphone, lots of sunshine coming streaming through the window. And hey, Daryl. So hopefully the sun will come back out, and we'll still have the same effect that I wanted to capture on this little live stream. But we've all seen this tank many times. It's my rainbow grow out tank and one of my newest 40 breeders. So I think I have it stocked out now. As the title says, it's got some Geophagus in it. It's got rainbows in it. Some of those are from Lucas. Some are from Dan's Fish. Trying to think what else. I've got some Plecos. I've got some laser Corys. Actually even have some live bears in here that came from Dan. Some little neon platies, a couple pairs of those, and they really set off the laser Corys. There's one of those guys. A couple Peacock Eels. And those guys are just starting to grow out. They need to put some weight on them, and I make sure they get plenty of bloodworms. Oh, there comes the other one. No idea if they're males or females or whatever, but I've never kept them, and since they don't get that large, I thought I'd give them a try. Got some tire track eels, which I just love, that are quite a bit bigger than these and a lot healthier and fatter, that I've had a couple years and a 55, and really enjoy them, how they burrow in the substrate and so forth. So oh, I forget to mention that I have Siamese algae eaters in here, and they like to stay in the plants, of course. There are actually 15 in here, unless I've lost some. So, well, I guess the sun isn't going to come back. So that kind of killed the title on my video, huh? What's new with you, Daryl? I need to put the names of some of the plants in the planted tanks. Of course, a lot of my tanks don't have plants and can't have because of the cichlids they contain, but this one does have a variety of plants, and I forget the names to them, and a lot came from Aquarium Co-op. Some came from Bama Plants. This guy here is blooming. I'm not sure what that is. It's a clover of some kind. A little skinny plant. Yeah. Eels, if you haven't kept those, are pretty cool. They're naturally curious once they become accustomed to you and who feeds them and that kind of thing. They do have to have their bloodworms and that kind of thing to survive. Hey, Victor. Hey, Candy. I was telling Daryl I'd started this video because the sun was streaming through the window and made the plants look so pretty and the fish so pretty, but then the sun went behind a cloud. So we can't control the weather, can we? So I'm just going ahead and doing some footage anyway. Trying to see some of the Siamese algae eaters. That is one of the Wapogo red lasers from Dan's Fish. And I'm hoping, yeah, there we go. There's a goldie-eyed Kai, the fish from Lucas that are so rare and so expensive. Those little guys are starting to grow out. You know, he has the big ones that were just not safe to ship, so ended up there's two of them. So those are the goldie-eyed Kai. They're getting there. They're really not coloring up a lot yet, but they are getting there. There was a Siamese algae eater. These guys were well fed. There's one in the back there too. I've just done a order of fish from Dan, and I think I ended up with five types of fish. So some are more fish that I have, and some are new fish that I haven't kept. So they'll be shipping Monday, he said. So hope to have an unboxing Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Haven't had one of those in a couple of weeks. So yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, Victor. I hope everything's going well with you. I know, Candy, it seems like it. It really seems that way, but I spent some time last night really looking at tank space and where I want to go with the hobby and what I'm trying to do and what I like and what I enjoy and, you know, my personal preferences and that kind of thing. And so I think I ended up ordering five. One was the little gold ring Danios that I got from him, and Liz had got some too, and in fact she's the one that kind of turned me on to those. So I'm going to get some more. Hey, Valley Fish. You know, senior moment. I'm trying to think what the other four fish I got were, but I got some pairs. I did get a croaking gourami. I think he only had one left, even though he said he had more, but it wouldn't let me get two. I got some killies. That will be my first killie fish. Got a couple pairs of different kinds of those. So, and I'm just waiting for to hear that one of my local fish stores got in their shipment today. I have a couple of leopard puffers ordered, and they should be in that. And also I've got my salt tank up on the rack and ready to fill with water. I've got everything that goes with it except substrate, live rock, and water, but I do have the salt to mix in the water, so I hope to fill that today. I'll be getting my sponge media back from the local fish store next week. Hey Brandon, good to see you. Really love that video you had on there of John's fish room. I really like that room. Really like how he uses everything and uses kind of off label kind of things, I guess, you know, to make things work, and that's a great hobbyist there. And hopefully I'll get to meet him. I'm hoping to go to ALA. You mentioned he was the vice chair of that, so. We were just going to look at some sunshine coming in, but the weather's not cooperating. Those guys are really coloring up pretty there. Yeah, I'm hoping to go, but with 21 tanks now and 6 dogs and all that, but maybe I can work it out so I can get away from here a couple days. Thanks, Candy. I did get the the osprey drawing that Pam, early one, also known as 54 Punchy, did. For those of you that don't know, I think everybody here knows Pam, but she's an amazing artist, and most of her stuff is rustic or wildlife, that kind of thing. But anyway, she did for her 300th sub a drawing, and incredibly, I won that, and so she shipped the drawing to me. There's a couple of the Siamese algae eaters. Yeah, they keep this tank really clean, Candy. But anyway, I got it back a couple of days ago, had it framed, and it's going to hang right over my new saltwater tank. I'm completely out of wall space, like every other kind of space in this little house. So I took an old phone off the wall that was just hanging there. You know, they leave it hooked up like to dial 911, but I don't really have any service on it. So I took the wall phone off and hung it over that. So got several caves in there. You can see a couple there. That eel evidently has taken residence up in that one. That's too cute, except I want the gold nugget plecos to use those caves. There are two other back there. I don't know if you can, there's the mouth of one of them, but there's another one back there that's bigger behind that big rock. So I think I have 4 caves in here, so I'm hoping to get some pleco action. Hey Brandon, I don't know that I've ever seen you in one of my live streams. I'm glad you're here. I'm really enjoying your videos. And guys, if you haven't been to Brandon's channel, he is an avid fish hobbyist, and he really has some nice fish, guppies, plecos, and so forth. I won't spoil it for you, but go take a look, and if you like it, give him a sub. And he puts out videos pretty much every day. So have the lighting turned down on this tank because it did have a lot of sun coming in. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. Come on, guys. I think we've seen everything in here except the gold nuggets, and there are also just some bristlenose, regular bristlenose in here. I don't know if the geos ever came up. They can be a little shy when it's not feeding time. There's one at the bottom to the left there, and those guys were tiny when I started cycling this tank out, and I had 3 and lost 1. So I've just left them in here. I probably will pull them out and put them in a bigger tank with the Geophagus. Yeah, they do great in here, Candy, and every now and then, thank you, I think it's the light, and then I use some fine, really coarse sand substrate. It's hard to keep them down, thus the rocks anchoring some of them, and of course I need to get in with the scissors and trim out the ones that are dying back. And that plant back there, I can't remember the name of it. It's just huge. You can't hardly see any of it, but it's really big. It's a bulb plant. I put that plant in here for cleaning because the tank, it's normally in my bigger rainbow tank, or the big rainbows, has lots of hair algae, and the Siamese algae eaters cleaned it up, so I need to swap it out. I have another one like it in the rainbow tank. Swap it out and let them clean that one up. But yeah, I wanted to see the gold nugget plecos in here, but not meant to be. That might be a good little short video to do a swap out of those plants, and show the difference in one day, what they can do as far as cleaning that algae off. But yeah, I don't do anything. I did not, but thank you. That's one of the things that I did order on the list from him. Was 3 more because I have 15 and I'll probably end up pulling a couple out of here. But I want to put them over in the tank that I'm talking about that has so much hair algae. So I ordered 3, and really they do okay by themselves, but these guys really school up, especially at feeding time. They get in the current here and catch whatever's being fed at that particular time. And the rainbows love schooling with them and competing with them and so forth. And they're getting pretty big. Some of them are 3 inches or so, but unlike Chinese algae eaters, they do not bother the fish. But no, I got these at a local fish store, Candy. And I've had them. In fact, I use them to help cycle the tank out. The thing about them is when the algae's gone, you gotta put algae wafers, and I mean you really have to feed them, not just one pellet. With 15, I gotta really feed pretty heavy in here. So lots of water changes. Yeah, those Geophagus are not going to come out. It's the Hecklei. You can see I'm back there watching camera, I guess. I need to ask Dan too. Maybe you guys know, somebody knows, Candy, maybe you know. I know they use Stripe in the store, and of course everybody that has a store, which I do. I haven't sold anything. If I put something on there, I might, but I guess you can't use PayPal at all. It's aggravating every time I have to go out to the car and get my wallet and use my debit or credit card. So I had to let my cart sit overnight. I had my order all prepared late last night, and then realized, oops, I didn't get it sent because I had to get my credit card. It looks like we've frozen up, so I will go ahead and stop here. And thank you guys for chatting and looking in. Trinity, I think we're froze up. Are you guys seeing anything except a frozen picture of the tank? Yeah, it's froze. And this is the second time it's done that on me, and I found last time that it did it. Actually, you were in there too that time, Trinity, so I think you're the one that causes it. Alright, you guys be good. Hope to have a saltwater tank set up to show you soon. Working on it today. Take care. Jeez, it won't let me turn it off either. I mean, I know you guys can hear me, so. Oh, technology. You just close the app. Gosh.